Hello students, welcome to my channel Science World, and if you find this video useful for you then please like, comment and share with your friends. Also subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get notification of my upcoming videos. Students, in our last video we have discussed about the breathing in animals, that is different methods of taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide in different animals. Okay, and we have also discussed the difference between breathing and respiration. In this video we are going to read about respiration in human being. We will discuss about the respiratory system, the organs that are involved in respiratory system, and breathing mechanism in human beings. Okay, so let's start. Respiratory system in human beings consist of these main organs, that are nasal cavity, trachea, bronchi and lungs. Okay, these are the important organs of respiratory system. We will see the structure first. Okay, you can see a diagram on the screen here. So this first organ of respiratory system is the nasal cavity. Here you can see the nasal cavity, and air enters this nasal cavity through the nostrils. You can check your nose in the mirror. You have two nostrils, and these nostrils help to take air in the nasal cavity. Okay, there are hair present in the nasal cavity, and these hair that are present here in the nasal cavity, here hairs are present, and these hair filter the air by trapping the dust particles and germs that are present in the air. Here mucus is also present, and this mucus also helps in trapping these dust particles and germs that are present in the air. Okay, then this nasal cavity, you can see here, it is connected to the pharynx. Now what is pharynx? Pharynx is a common passage for both, that is the food which is coming from the buccal cavity and the air which is coming from the nasal cavity. So here you can see the buccal cavity. Buccal cavity is the mouth, okay, mouth cavity we can say, and whatever food we chew here, after chewing it comes into the pharynx here, and pharynx is the common passage for food and air. Okay, then it is connected here, it is connected to the next part of respiratory system, that is trachea, or we can say windpipe. It is a tube like structure. You can see here, this is the trachea. Okay, trachea is a tube like structure, and that allows air to enter in the lungs. It keeps open by the presence of number of cartilaginous rings. This tube is made of number of cartilaginous rings. Okay, here you can see a box, little small box is there. It is known as larynx, and it is also known as voice box. It is voice box, and it is very important for us as it produces sound. When air enters this larynx voice box, there are some folds of skin and which get vibrated as air enters in the voice box. Okay, and sound is produced. In males it is prominent. In males you can see this larynx or voice box from outside also. It is you can see clearly in males, and it is also known as Adam's apple. It is known as Adam's apple in male. In females it is not so prominent. Okay, then here you can see, epiglottis here. Epiglottis is a flap like structure, and it is present here, and it prevents the entry of swallowed food into the trachea. Okay, when we eat the food, this when we swallow the food, this epiglottis covers the windpipe, that is trachea, and food is prevented from going into the windpipe. It directly goes to the esophagus. But what happens, sometimes we eat the food in a hurry or talk while eating, and that time this swallowed food may enter the trachea and it causes hiccups or choking sensation. Okay, and that is why it is advised that whenever you eat food, you eat it slowly and don't be in a hurry while eating. Okay, so this is the function of this epiglottis. Then you can see the bronchi here. Bronchi is the plural form of bronchus. Bronchus is singular and bronchi is plural form. So this trachea, or we can say windpipe, it gets divided into two tubes, and these two tubes enter each lungs here, and these two tubes are known as bronchi. This is one bronchus and this is one bronchus. So here two tubes are there, or two bronchi we can say. Okay, these bronchi enter into the lungs. Now here there are two lungs. Lungs are present in the chest cavity. This whole part where these lungs and heart is present, it is known as chest cavity. It is also known as thoracic cavity. Okay, and what about lungs? Lungs are the spongy structures. They are spongy, and their weight is 1.3 kg. Lungs are of 1.3 kg average. Okay, and these are two in numbers. Each lung is surrounded by a double membranous layer called pleura. Okay, each lung is surrounded by a membrane that is known as pleura. Okay, and that's why this cavity is also known as pleural cavity. Okay, inside each lung, the bronchus branches in smaller tubes. Here you can see this bronchus entered in the lungs, and then it is again divided and redivided in the lungs. Means there are so many branches, and each branch is known as bronchiole. So these small tube-like structures are known as bronchioles. These are the, you can say, branches of the bronchus. Okay, then each bronchiole terminates in a sac-like structure, and this structure is known as alveoli. Alveoli is the plural, singular we can say alveolus. So each alveolus is surrounded by a network of blood capillaries. Suppose this is your bronchus, then it is divided and redivided, okay, like this. So these are the bronchioles, this is bronchus, these are the bronchioles, and each bronchiole has a sac-like structure on their end. Okay, and this is known as alveolus. These are the sac-like structure, just like a pouch. Okay, these are thin membrane pouches. Okay, just like balloons. Each alveolus is surrounded by a network of blood capillaries, and all the alveoli, they are surrounded by a network of blood capillaries. Okay, so this is the structure of respiratory system in human beings. So these are the main organs of respiratory system. Okay, here you can see a diaphragm. This is the diaphragm, and this separates the thoracic cavity and the abdominal cavity. Thoracic cavity is separated from the abdominal cavity by this diaphragm. Okay, now we will see the mechanism of breathing. What happens during the breathing? So breathing mechanism, or we can say breathing, involves taking in oxygen and giving out air rich in carbon dioxide with the help of respiratory organs. The taking in of air rich in oxygen into the body is called inhalation, and giving out of air rich in carbon dioxide is called exhalation. So inhalation means taking in oxygen, and exhalation means give out carbon dioxide. Okay, so a breathe involves one inhalation and one exhalation. One inhalation and one exhalation together forms a breathing. Okay, the number of times a person breathes in a minute is called his breathing rate. On an average, the breathing rate of an adult human is 15 to 18 per minute during the rest. When we are not doing any physical work, that time our breathing rate is 15 to 18 per minute. But it changes according to the requirement of oxygen by the body. And when a person needs extra energy, for example during exercise or any other physical work, the breathing rate increases up to 25 per minute. Okay, and it increases because the body needs extra oxygen. So this breathing, how it happens or how it occurs. So let's see what happens. We know that the lungs, okay, these lungs, they are present in the thoracic cavity. Okay, and also these are covered by rib cage. Rib cage means these are the, you can see, rib cage, a cover of bones. Okay, you know what is rib cage. So they are protected inside the rib cage, but this rib cage or ribs, they are flexible bones, means they can expand. Okay, when we inhale the air, they get expanded and they help in increasing the size of the lungs also. Okay, so here you can see in the last picture, here there is a diaphragm here, and this diaphragm is also very important in during the breathing. How, we will see. See what happens, the in inhalation the ribs move outwards, the ribs move outwards and the diaphragm moves downwards, and because of this what happens, the pressure inside the lungs decreases and the atmospheric pressure outside the body, it increases and air moves in the lungs, and in this way the size of lungs increases. So this is inhalation. What happens in exhalation? In exhalation the ribs, they move inward and downward, diaphragm moves upwards to its former position, and the pressure inside the lungs increases, atmospheric pressure decreases and air moves out of the lungs, and the size of the lungs reduces to the normal position. So this is the mechanism of breathing. I will explain with the help of this activity. Okay, there is one activity here. For this activity you will need a transparent plastic bottle, balloon, straw and bubble gum. Okay, what you have to do is cut off the bottom of the transparent plastic bottle. Here this bottom you have to cut, make a hole through the cap, make a hole through the cap here, and attach a balloon to the straw and pass it through the hole present in the cap. You have to pass a straw here into the bottle and it will have one balloon. Okay, so balloon is there. Then use a bubble gum to fix this straw in the cap. You can use any other material instead of bubble gum, but this straw should be fixed in the bottle cap. Okay, then stretch a rubber sheet or balloon. Here you can use balloon or rubber sheet. Here rubber sheet is used, and then you stretch it across the cut of the bottle. Where we have cut this bottle, you put one rubber sheet there and pull this balloon or rubber sheet down and then push it up. Then what will happen? See, pulling of the rubber sheet down, pulling of this rubber sheet down results in filling up the balloon. As you push this rubber sheet down, this balloon will get filled with air. Okay, and when you push this rubber sheet inside the bottle, what happens? This balloon gets deflated. Okay, that means the air from this balloon goes out, and it is why this pressure pressure of the air in the bottle, because of this pressure, this air from this balloon is removed from the removed outside. Okay, so in this way our lungs also work. You can see here, these are the lungs and they work like the balloons as I have shown you in the activity. Okay, then once air is inside the lungs, what happens to that air? We know that there is the exchange of gases, but where it takes place? So exchange of gases in takes place in alveolus. We already talked about the alveolus, that is alveoli, plural form of alveolus, and there are millions of alveoli present inside the lungs. Okay, each lung has millions of alveoli which get filled with air when we inhale. जब हम सांस को अंदर लेते हैं, यानी कि एयर को अंदर लेते हैं, ये सारे alveoli जो है वो एयर से फिल हो जाते हैं. Okay, there is a fine mesh of blood vessels or capillaries surrounding each alveolus, and we have seen that each alveolus is surrounded by a fine network of capillaries that containing blood. So what happens? The oxygen of the air in the alveoli passes easily through these thin walls of blood vessels. Okay, so whatever air we inhale, it fills first the alveolus. Okay, and then this oxygen rich air is here in the alveolus, and this oxygen diffuses into the, or this oxygen is taken into the capillaries. Okay, this oxygen taken into the capillaries, that is blood vessel. Here in the capillaries, blood is there, and it combines, this oxygen combines with hemoglobin in the blood to form oxyhemoglobin. Now what is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is a protein which is very essential because it combines with oxygen. It combines with oxygen and it forms oxyhemoglobin, and it is carried to the all parts of the body and to each and every cell of the body. Similarly, during the process of respiration, carbon dioxide is produced in the body, okay, cellular respiration, and this carbon dioxide is transported by the blood from all the tissues. Okay, from all the tissues, this carbon dioxide is taken to the lungs, and after reaching to the lungs, these alveoli, they take in this carbon dioxide and help and remove it from the lungs in exhalation. Okay, so in this way the exchange of gases takes place in the alveolus. We have already talked about the breathing rate. It is 15 to 18 or 16 to 18 times per minute, and during running or heavy exercise it is 25 times per minute. So thank you for watching this video. We will meet again in our next video, and that will be of transportation in human beings. Okay, we will read about the circulatory system in our next video. So keep watching. Take care. Bye bye.